Welcome to photos of the best moments in Olympics history. Join us on a captivating journey through time as we delve into the exhilarating world of the Olympic Games. Through a rich collection of rare and breathtaking photographs, we'll unlock the secrets and emotions behind some of the most extraordinary moments in Olympic history. But this channel is more than just images frozen in time. We'll provide context, delve into the athletes' stories, and reveal the untold narratives that unfolded behind the lens. From the ancient origins of the Olympics to the modern spectacles that captivate billions, we'll explore the evolution of this global phenomenon. Prepare to be inspired as we honor the indomitable human spirit, showcase the breathtaking athleticism, and uncover the moments that have defined generations. Together, let's ignite our collective love for sports and history, one captivating photo at a time. Welcome to our Olympic time capsule. After years of being excluded from competition, the 1900 Olympics introduced 5 events for women: tennis, equestrian, croquet, sailing, and golf. British tennis player Charlotte Cooper-Sterry became the first female Olympic tennis champion, after winning both the mixed doubles and singles competitions. Jesse Owens won 4 gold medals for track in the 36 Olympics, proving himself a phenomenal, non-Aryan athlete as Nazi Germany and Adolf Hitler looked on. American sprinter Helen Stevens took home 2 gold medals and set a new Olympic record at the 1936 Summer Games in Berlin for the 100-meter event. Stevens' world record, 11.5 seconds, stood unmatched for decades, until 1960 when Wilma Rudolph beat it. Abebe Bikila set an Olympic marathon record with a time of 2:15:16, becoming the first African athlete to win a gold medal. And he did it barefoot, just like he trained in his home country of Ethiopia. Muhammad Ali won a gold medal boxing in the 60 Olympics. He then allegedly threw it in the Ohio River after being denied service at a whites-only restaurant. American track and field star Wilma Rudolph was crowned the fastest woman in the world at the 60 Games. She also became the first American woman to win 3 gold medals at the same Olympics. To protest racism in the States, sprinters Tommy Smith and John Carlos put on scarves and beads to represent lynching, and took off their shoes, a symbol of poverty, before taking the podium. During the national anthem, they bowed their heads and raised their fists in the Black Power salute. Their protest is one of the most iconic sports moments of all time. American long jumper Bob Beamon barely qualified for the Olympics. Then, he went to set an Olympic long jump record, leaping so far the judges' devices couldn't measure the 29+ feet. His record holds to this day. Between her 3 Olympic Games, Vera Koslavska was awarded a total of 11 medals, which made her the most decorated Olympic athlete in Czechoslovakia. However, it was her protest during the 1968 Olympics that she's best remembered for. While sharing the podium with Soviet gymnast Larissa Petrick, Koslavska turned her head away from the USSR flag in protest of the Soviet invasion in her home country. With 3 seconds left on the clock and the Soviets leading by 1 point, the U.S. scraped up 2 foul shots to pull ahead 50-48. The buzzer sounded, and the U.S. team celebrated wildly, only to be told the Soviets had called a timeout. 3 seconds were added back on, and the Soviets scored, winning the game. In protest, the U.S. team refused to accept silver, boycotting the medal ceremony instead of standing beneath the Soviets on the podium. Soviet gymnast Olga Korbut performed the Korbut flip during her uneven bar routine in 1972, a move where the athlete stands on the high bar and backflips off of it only to re-grasp the bar again. The move is now banned from competition because it was deemed too dangerous. One German student decided to take his hijinks to the international stage at the 1972 Olympics. The prankster entered the stadium during the marathon and initially fooled everyone into thinking he was about to win the race. In reality, the winner was American runner Frank Shorter. At just 14 years old, Nadia Comaneci of Romania became the first Olympian to nail a perfect 10 gymnastics score on the uneven bars. Then, she did it 6 more times to get 3 gold medals. Vasily Alexeyev is one of the most impressive Olympic athletes of his time, thanks to his performance at the 1976 Games. The Soviet weightlifter defeated his competitor in one fell swoop and also went on to shatter his own weight record with a 562-pound overhead lift. While competing in Moscow, Polish pole vaulter Władysław Kozakowicz took his gold medal win as an opportunity to show his discontent for the host country. Kozakowicz turned and made a bras d'honneur gesture, similar to the American middle finger, to the USSR crowds in the stadium, for which he was almost stripped of his medals. Also known as the Miracle on Ice, a team of nobodies with a coach from Minnesota were able to beat the seemingly unstoppable Soviet hockey team 4-3 and advanced to the final round, where they beat Finland to take home the gold. It wasn't just their gold medal win that made Jane Torville and Christopher Dean the talk of the 1984 Olympics. The British figure skating duo became the highest-scoring figure skaters of all time thanks to an impeccable routine to Maurice Ravel's Bolero, which earned them a perfect score from each judge. American gymnast Mary Lou Retton became one of the most popular Olympic athletes when, at only 16 years old, she took home 5 medals and became the first American to earn an all-around gold medal in the sport of gymnastics. The Jamaican 4-man bobsled team didn't win any medals in its first Olympic appearance, but that didn't stop the world from loving them. In preliminary competition, U.S. diver Greg Louganis smacked his head on the diving board, suffering a concussion and a 2-inch scalp wound. But a day later, he returned to competition, stitches and all, to snag gold. U.S. sprinter Florence Griffith Joyner, or FloJo, set world records for the 100m and 200m sprints that have yet to be beaten. She's still the fastest woman of all time. The U.S. took to the basketball court at the Barcelona Olympics with a dream team, better known as Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson, Scottie Pippen, Larry Bird, Karl Malone, and Patrick Ewing. Arguably the best basketball team in U.S. history, they swept the competition, as expected. British sprinter Derek Redmond's story is a heartbreaker. He tore his Achilles tendon in the '88 Olympics and returned in '92 determined to medal, but his hamstring popped. His father Jim dashed past security to help him cross the finish line anyway, medal or no. Right before the '94 Olympics, Tonya Harding's ex-husband planned an attack on her competitor, Nancy Kerrigan. Harding was permitted to compete, but had to reskate her program after her laces broke. She only came in 8th, while Kerrigan took home silver. It was a long road to the podium for United States speed skater Dan Jansen, 10 years, to be precise. The athlete narrowly missed out on a medal at 3 prior Olympic Games, but took home the gold in the 1,000 meter in 1994. In '96, Ollie returned to the Olympics, where he was given a new medal to replace his lost gold and lit the opening ceremony torch. U.S. gymnast Carrie Strug was the only thing that stood between the Soviets and taking home the gold in '96, so she had to nail her vault. But she tore ligaments in her ankle in her first attempt. Despite the pain, Strug took her second attempt and crushed it, scoring a 9,712 and winning gold for the U.S. team known as the Magnificent Seven. While competing in Atlanta, Michael Johnson finished the 200-meter race at a record time of 19:32 seconds. A few days later, he took home another gold medal in the 400-meter sprint, making him the first athlete to win both races at the same Olympic Games. For the first time in Olympic history, South and North Korean delegates united under one flag for the opening ceremony. After winning his 4th gold medal in '96, British rower Steve Redgrave said, "Anybody who sees me in a boat has my permission to shoot me." Well, he got back in a boat and won his fifth gold in 2000 by a matter of feet against Italy. Eric the Il Musambani of Equatorial Guinea wasn't supposed to be an Olympian. He learned how to swim just 8 months before the Games, and only qualified for the 100-meter freestyle via wildcard. But the two competitors in his heat got disqualified, so he awkwardly flailed his way across the finish line alone, setting the record for slowest Olympic time. Everyone cheered wildly. No one expected American wrestler Rulon Gardner to beat 3-time Olympic champion Alexander Karelin of the Soviet Union, who hadn't lost a match in 13 straight years. But Gardner shocked the world, defeating Karelin 1-0 in overtime for the golden gold in Greco-Roman wrestling.